trying conditions as McClay bowls to Rifle, who works it away beautifully through mid-wicket, right out of the meat of the bat. A long chase out there for Andrews. They've taken one, complete the second, and Andrews will pick it up about 5 or 10 metres inside the boundary. They run 3 and they'll be content with that as the return comes in on the bounce. A very good throw from Wayne Andrews from out in the deep, just in front of the Inverarity stand, but a good shot from Rifle. He goes to 11, Berry 31, 7 for 337, with 24 sundries in that total. As we say good morning to Bob Massey.
Good morning, Trevor, and good morning, listeners. And yes, Rifle is a very competent number 9. Good technique. Almost half of his first-class innings have been not-outs.
Now it's Berry on strike. McClay bowls a bouncer, wide of the off stump. He just watches it go through into the gloves of Tim Zura. Noticeable, Bob, that those cracks that we talked about yesterday before play had got underway have opened up just a fraction. One to the right-hander outside the off stump, almost going down the centre of the wicket at the northern end of the ground. Another one outside the legs of the right-hander here at the southern end. As McClay bowls to Berry, another bouncer, he ducks it easily. The end of the McClay over, his first of the morning. 7 for 337. Do you see those cracks creating a problem as this match unfolds?
Well, I think they might as the game unfolds, Trevor, because if this hot weather continues, then I think they'll widen a bit further. The important thing is, of course, whether they give. And I had a look at them there this morning and pressed 1 or 2, and there's no give at this stage. It's only when the edges start to give that the ball starts to take off in all directions. But the important thing is that if it does hit on a bit of an angle, just what it will do is they get wider. And they may widen as the day goes on with this heat. So it's going to be a concern of the West Australians, and I think they want to now take these last 3 wickets fairly quickly and not allow the tail-enders to add valuable runs with Berry. And I think we'll see a reasonable number of short pitch balls to try and just let them know they're going to have to earn their runs out there.
They've added 34, Reed starts a new over, worked the way back with a square leg by Rifle. More runs for him here. He's taken one, coming back to the second. Coming up from fine leg to pick up is Mac, and they complete an easy 2 runs. Mac coming from fine leg, Audie from short forward square leg, as that was nicely turned away off his pads by Paul Rifle. Yes, so they've added 36 now, this pair, and they are starting to create a bit of a problem for the West Australian attack. Reed looks to be in good rhythm this morning. He's rolling from the southern end of the ground to Rifle, who lets a wide ball go by, a no ball in fact. And 2 more runs to sundries. They go to 26. That's 7 for 341. Reed is bowling to 3 slips. Wood, Valletta and McClay, Marsh in the gully. Martin is out there at point, cover point. And Moody at mid-off, that's the offside field. Max at fine leg. Audie at short forward square leg, and Wayne Andrews at mid-on. It's Reed. He's on his way. Past umpire. McClay bowls again. Berry comes forward, opens the face and runs it away in between second slip and gully, down towards the fence. A long chase for Moody, who puts his foot out and stops it. They're coming back for 3 runs though. He saves a run there, Moody, with good use of the feet on the boundary. The letter took off after it. Moody came away from his position to backward point and stops at about a metre inside the fence. The 3 runs to Berry, he goes to 34, his first runs of the morning, and it's 7 for 344. How did you cool off last night, Bob?
Not too bad, Trev.
McClay pushing up from the members' end, bowls, and he's beaten Rifle. He fended at that outside the off stump. It was a good delivery from McClay, and that's the spot they've got to bowl to both Rifle and Berry. And Rifle had a nibble at that one, and very nearly got the edge.
Oh, I've got an air conditioner. I would have taken an air raid to get me out of there last night.
Society of paddle down to Sorrento last night.
Dog fashion.
Again. McClay bowls, Rifle watches it pass. A ball that didn't get up very high, only about half stump wide as it went through and taken by Zura. A lot of people doing the same thing last night down at the beach, taking advantage of the warm warmer conditions by getting out and still swimming quite late.
Do they readily help you find your floaties when they come on?
Well, I've got those luminous ones, so it does help. McClay bowls to rifle, he comes forward and pushes away on the offside, straight to mid-off, and there's no thought of a run. Not so much the floaties, it's the flippers that I get tangled up with. And of course, the snorkel. 7 for 344, Berry on 34, and rifle on 13.
It's a fair size, the snorkel.
Thank you. McClay, and this is pushed forward again by rifle out with the covers, can't get a run. Coming in quickly to do the fielding is Andrews, the end of the McClay over. 7 for 344, with rifle on 13, Berry on 34. One very good delivery in that over that beat rifle all ends up.
Yes, must have been a bit hard with your snorkel, with your gas mask as well. Good steady over there from McClay, and it's pretty intent that these batsmen are just going to add runs in normal fashion. They're not looking to be any great hurry at this point in time, because it is a new ball, second year ball, and whilst Reed's in the attack as we saw yesterday, he's going to be the key man. Because although Moody bowled well, particularly later in the day.
Reed starts a new over. He bowls to Berry, it's a bouncer. He ducks it. He saw it early, and he was down the helmet about mile height, and it went over the top of his back and through to the keeper, Zura. Something in this wicket, and no doubt Merv Hughes is in the dressing room, peering out from behind that bristling moustache and watching what's going on this morning.
What if you're bowling sunglasses?
I don't think so, Bob. Where's my Valletta? Has he got them on today? No, I don't think he has. We're watching Reed bowling from this lily marsh stand into the ground. To Berry, it's a Yorker, he digs it out, pushes away on the offside. And another good delivery from Reed that had Berry jamming down on that to keep it out of his stumps. So the highlights of yesterday's play, 113 by Lehman in 216 minutes, 15 fours and 2 sixes. A good innings, he's got a very good eye. Not every shot out of the textbook, but he hits it hard, and he can place the ball very well. That's very important. Right now it's with Berry. Reed bowls to him and he keeps it out, pushing away on the onside. Andrews picks up at mid-on. Good support, Watts batted well after a shaky start for 57. Jones, a well compiled 28. He faced some very good bowling from McClay, Reed and Moody. Siddons, 47, was impressive. And O'Donnell, a quick fire 24. A 58-run partnership between Lehman and O'Donnell in 34 minutes. 98 runs between Siddons and Lehman. Reed bowls to Berry, a bouncer. Again, he goes under it. And does it easily.
I don't think that was intended. I think Reed's front foot's slipping on the front line. That's where the umpires have to make a little bit of an allowance. If the bowler's foot lands, it's the legitimate position for delivery. If the foot then slips, I think they've got to make allowance for that. But a season or two ago, the bowlers were saying that was causing a problem with their front foot just not gripping properly and skating almost as they delivered.
Reed again to Berry, and he comes forward. Wants the single, I'll have to hurry. Moody coming in. Can't prevent the run. From mid-off. And well called and well run. Backing up there from rifle with a call from Berry as he pushed it to the offside. Just taking the pace off that delivery. There's one more to come in this over from Bruce Reed. So, the Victorian pair survived the first 20 minutes. And he started to look a little dangerous. 7 for 345. They put on 42 runs for the 8th wicket. Annoying runs for the West Australians. Reed to rifle, who shapes to glance, doesn't make contact, and taken by the keeper Zura. The end of the Reed over, 7 for 345, rifle 13, and Berry 35. Bruce Reed has bowled 22 overs, 3 maidens, and has 3 for 71. 1 run coming off that over. It'll be Bob Massey, and then George Goodisich for the first time today.
Well, what a difference it makes to have a player like Berry coming in at number 8 and averaging 30. And he looks a fairly competent player, Berry. I talk about his technique, and he throws some good forceful shots, handles the short pitch ball well, and he's getting very good support by rifle. And it's so important to have that depth in your batting lineup, which enables you to overcome a top order slump or a middle order slump and still get to a reasonable score most of the time.
Now in comes McClay to bowl to Berry. Berry's forward, turns the ball out towards square leg, and they set off for a single. A little bit of hesitation by rifle for the non-striker's end, but they make it comfortably. And Beater in turn for Morty. Victoria go up to 7 for 346. Rifle 13, Berry 36. Very hot day here in Perth. Temperature a short time ago was above 34 degrees, climbing to a forecast maximum 38 as McClay comes into rifle. Rifle's forward plays a confident shot. Up to mid-off, no run, straight to the fieldsman, about 30 metres away from the bat. That's Max Mack fielding in that position. McClay operating from the members' end to 3 slips. Wood, Maletta, and Marsh. Moody fielding in the gully position. Round at cover we have Andrews, Mack at mid-off, and McClay's on the way in again to bowl to Rifle. Rifle forward, looking very confident in defence. He dropped a dead bat on that, and the ball just went up to mid-on. Martin's there at the field, no run. And West Australia could experience some problems here with the tail-end Victorian batsman. Something that I suppose the fielding team would not have expected after they broke through in quick succession late yesterday to get the wickets of Lehman O'Donnell.